Brian Corcoran, you were around town here a couple of days ago, jumped out to my brother. But look at this, Brian. I'll be driving around for the day, Brian. If you're man enough, Brian, to come and meet me, you come meet me. This is the walk road, Brian. I'm going to tear this road over, Brian, not by your mother's place, until you come to roscommon and face me. Do you understand me? Not by jumping out to me over there with no weapon in his hand and you with your car, thinking you're a bit of a man. Here, Brian, that's what I have here for you. This is what I have for you, Brian. And I swear on my children's lives, I have a fellow with a drone right flying around town, and he'll be flying over your mother's side for the next week. And the minute I find out you're in it, Brian. So you, Johnny Cork, the other side, you're threatening my home. You threaten my home. Trust me in that, mate. You wouldn't have the balls to come and threaten my home. You know that. You wouldn't have the balls because see that there. That's nothing compared to what I do have. Do you understand me? And I'm going to be driving around, Brian. Do you hear me, Brian, for the day? And let's see, are you a man enough to come around out your music with your little snot in the car with your recording, thinking you can jump out to my brother? But I promise you this now, I am putting that to the handle in you today. And I swear on my children's lives, you see what I'm going to do to you. You think you're a man, baldy brains? Do you think you're something, do ya? Do you think people's afraid of you? Do you think people's afraid of you, Brian? Do you shite? I'll promise you, Brian, you come to roscommon today, you make a video. You give me 5 minutes, wherever you tell me where you are. I mean, you make sure you bring something like that, Brian. I know, Brian, bring your gun. Bring your gun if you think you're man enough, Brian. Bring your gun, shy, because I know you wouldn't be that. You wouldn't get the balls to use it. Do you understand me? Because we all know what happens when you go to jail. I can promise you this now, Brian. You come to roscommon no more jumping out of cars to my brothers. Do you understand me? Because you're only a coward. You pulled away a mile away from them. Why didn't you pull up beside them and jump out and start fighting? No, you wouldn't, would you? No, scumbag, you wouldn't. But I'll tell you one thing, Brian. When I get you in roscommon today, and I can see this side out here, Brian. See this side out here, Brian, you out here. You keep pushing your luck, and that side will disappear. Do you understand me, Brian? Do you understand me, Brian? That site will disappear, and people will have to relocate. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? Come to roscommon now, Brian. Johnny Corcoran, come to roscommon. Come to roscommon to me. Everyone, you come down to roscommon to me. Come down, scumbag. Come down. And I promise you, Brian. I promise you, Brian. I promise you, Brian. When I get a house here, you go to your hand in you. Come down to roscommon today, Brian. Come to roscommon. Come to roscommon. Ring the guards. You come to roscommon today, Brian, and watch what I'm doing to you. You know go boss. There's only a woman in there. I wouldn't go in there. There's only a woman by herself. But I promise you, Brian, you come to roscommon today, and I'll hurt you and killing you stone dead. Do you understand me? You baldy, no good, cowardly bastard.